Who envisioned the IITs? First, was it Bal Gangadhar Tilak or Nehru? I present you the evidence. You be the judge. Namaskar. My name is Ajay Sharma. Welcome to a new episode of the Kafinnama. For the last 75 years, Congressmen and Nehru acolytes have consistently asserted that it was Nehru's vision that led to the birth of the IITs. What they offer as proof is Nehru's trip to the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in late 1949 that apparently inspired him to set up world-class engineering institutes in India on the lines of the MIT. Is this narrative true? I present you information from the Government of India's official documents, as also independent research from global experts on the subject. Is for you to decide. Let's start. The first Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Kharagpur, was inaugurated on August 18, 1951, where our story begins in 1882 in Pune, where a young Keshav Malhar Bhatt was all set to embark on a difficult 15,000-kilometer voyage across multiple seas to reach Boston and study at the MIT, the first Indian to do so. Remember, it was not the US of today. No green cards on offer, no high-paying IT jobs, no giant corporations. Well, nothing really that attracts Indians to the US today. The MIT itself was only 2 decades old, just an upstart in a British-dominated globe that had the Cambridge and Oxford as lead universities. Why then did Keshav Bhatt choose to go the extra thousands of miles to the MIT? He was inspired by Tilak and his writings. Tilak implored Indian youth through his writings and his talks to seek the best possible technical education in the world and to come back to India and drive industrial development. But why did Tilak recommend the MIT versus Oxford and Cambridge? Was it an anti-colonial move? No, not really. Tilak had deeply analyzed what the MIT offered versus other institutes. Tilak had sparked the fire. Some excellent technical and scientific institutes came up in India, but the setting up of the IITs was still some decades away. Let's cut the story to 60 years later, to Lutyens, Delhi in 1944. The newly appointed Viceroy of India, Lord Wavell, invites Nobel laureate Professor E.V. Hill to come to India and offer his recommendations on how to further scientific and technical education in India. Professor E.V. Hill visits and travels across India for almost a year, meets key people from academic and industry, and offers his recommendation in a detailed note on August 14, 1944. In his report, Hill makes a remarkable suggestion. In fact, a shockingly bold one, considering that he was a Britisher invited by the British Viceroy of India. Hill states that there is no institute in the United Kingdom that compares well to the MIT, and India should rather consider the setting up of 1 or 2 educational institutions for higher technical education, fashioned on the lines of the MIT. Hill's analysis is strikingly similar to what Tilak had done 60 years earlier. Let's cut the story to 2 years later, to 1946, when Sir Joginder Singh, member of the Viceroy's Executive Council, sets up the Sarkar Committee to recommend the setting up of higher technical education institutions in India. The Sarkar Committee submits its report in 1948. India by then is independent of British rule. The Sarkar Committee recommends the setting up of 4 higher technical education institutions in India, in eastern, southern, western and northern India, fashioned on the lines of the MIT. It must be noted here that at least 3 members of the Sarkar Committee, Sir Joginder Singh, Sir Nalini Ranjan Sarkar and Sir Ardeshir Dalal, were cognizant of A.V. Hill's report, and hence many recommendations of the A.V. Hill report, including setting up the higher technical education institutions with the MIT as a model institute, also resonate in the Sarkar Committee report. But it is more important to note that there is no record, official or otherwise, of Nehru ever having made any suggestions or recommendations to the Sarkar Committee or being responsible for setting it up. Just like Tilak's writing on the subject or the A.V. Hill report, the Sarkar Committee report too might have gone into cold storage. if the visionary Chief Minister of West Bengal, Sri Bidhan Chandra Roy, not aggressively pursued the setting up of one of these higher technical institutions in Kolkata. In fact, so persistent was Mr. Roy that the first such institute was actually set up in a makeshift facility in Kolkata in May 1950. The institute was subsequently shifted to its current location in Kharagpur and rechristened as the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. The next 4 IITs in Bombay, Madras, Kanpur and Delhi would have to wait for almost a decade, and that too after foreign governments put up proposals in setting up these IITs. Meanwhile, what about Nehru? In 1955, Nehru awarded himself the country's foremost award, the Bharat Ratna. It would take Nehru's government one more year to pass the Indian Institute of Technology Act, so much for his vision and passion at setting up the IITs. 70 years earlier, Tilak had not just envisioned the need for Indians to secure the best possible technical education in the world, but also foresaw the rise of MIT as a premier institute globally. And what about Nehru's contribution? If you like this episode, please do share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Jai Bharat.